almost a week to go for the CAT examination, and there is nothing much around preparation that you can do in these last few days. Preparation phase abhi khatam ho chuka hai. So here what I can suggest you is certain things that you can do, or more importantly certain things that you should not do in the last week to remain in that right state of mind. And also it will be some lifestyle habits, some small things that you can do that can help you maximize your percentile. First is to plan your day schedule as it is going to happen on the day of the examination. Suppose on the day of the examination you need to wake up at 6 a.m. Make sure throughout the week you are waking up at 6 a.m. itself and having early breakfast. Last thing that you want to do is on the day of the examination, you feel uncomfortable about waking up early. I used to face the same because I had slot 1 as well, and I was not an early riser. So it was very difficult for me to adjust to wake up in the morning. So try to do that for a week and you will get comfortable on the day of the examination. So that will help you remain in the right state of mind. And you can attempt 1 or 2 mocks as well. Exactly at the time when it's your slot time, attempt 1 or 2 mocks during that week so that it will also help you train your brain to become active during that time. Second is do not attempt a lot of mocks in the last week. I've seen a lot of candidates attempting 1 or even 2 mocks every day during the last week. This is not something which is very practical. It will harm you more than the good that it can do to you. Therefore, last week maximum 3, maximum 4 mocks that you can go. If you are not very well prepared, then you can go for 4 mocks. If you are prepared, then 2-3 mocks is more than enough. And the last mock that you should give should be on the 24th. That is one day you should leave a gap before the CAT examination to completely rest your mind. No mocks on that particular day, and last mock maximum should go till 24th. On the last day, the only thing that you should be doing is, if you already have a formula book, just revise that formula book for 2-3 hours maximum on that particular day. And that is also so that you do not feel anxious that you are wasting your time, you're not preparing anything of that sort. So just for that 2-3 hours you can revise the formula book. If you already do not have a formula book ready, then just avoid that. You can completely rest, avoid anything else. Do not go back to theory, and certainly do not give like 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours on that particular day preparing certain topics. And no new formula on that particular day. Only those things that you have already covered should be revised. Another thing is print your admit card 2 or 3 days before the CAT examination. Make sure you do not leave it for the end, that is the last day or on the final day itself, because it might feel you anxious if you're missing out or something. You probably need a passport size photograph to stick on your admit card. Make sure everything is ready 2 or 3 days before. And you might also need to sign on your admit card, but read the instructions very, very carefully, because there are some areas where you have to sign it in front of the invigilator themselves. So make sure you do not sign it prior. So you do not want to get anxious, or you want to avoid that tension on the final day. So read those instructions properly, where you need to sign, where you need to stick your photograph, and do that accordingly. Also plan your day very carefully, that how you will be reaching the center. If you need to book a cab, how many minutes prior you should book your cab, and how many minutes it will take to reach your particular center. If it is very far off, be very, very careful with that, and make sure that you reach the center at least 30 minutes before the allocated time. And also remember, your allocated time is going to be different from your examination slot time. There are a lot of processes that happen before that. There's a queue you have to enter, then there is your biometrics that will happen, and a lot of processes will happen before that. So your arrival time will be different from your examination time. So make sure you reach the center at least 30 minutes prior to your allocation time, so that if there's any blockage on the road, any kind of tension, you do not want to take on that particular day. Lastly, try to meditate and rest as much as possible. Do not go out a lot. Do not have food from outside. Try to remain at home as much as possible. That will really help you. And if you're working, suppose, you can also take a leave for the entire week if possible. That will also help you. You do not want to take that tension of your office as well to your CAT examination. Try to take the entire week off and try to be at home as much as possible. Meditate, sleep, and again, in terms of preparation as well, you do not need to do much. 2 or 3 mocks, as I said, should be maximum, and that is it. Try to rest your body as much as possible. You want to be active on the day of the examination. So remember these things in the last week. CAT एक बहुत ही mindset driven examination है. So if you are in the right state of mind, 5-10 percentile तो वहीं boost हो जाती है आपकी on the day of the examination. So all the best. Come back to this video after your exam and let me know how was the paper. And after the exam, we will discuss about all other examinations that you should appear for and how you should go about your GDPI preparation. So all the best and see you in the next one.